Hey, this is Russ. Now, you might be wondering how my knee is doing since I reported last time that my knee was hurting based on the lawn work that I had to do. Yeah, we were dealing with leaves and I was cutting down hastas and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, the knee is actually better now. It doesn't hurt like it had hurt before, but I can still feel it. All right. And I think where I noticed it most is really going up and down stairs. Now, stairs is always a tough thing for anyone that has to deal with a knee. All right, a lot of us go one step at a time, and the same leg going up all the time, the same leg going down all the time. So we kind of match our steps with the other foot. So I hadn't done that in many months. I go alternating feet as I go up and down the stairs. But I found that this last few days, yeah, I couldn't do that very easily because both knees were kind of hurting. I mean, my left knee is the one that has the operation on it, and the right knee, of course, has never really been great, even though it's still the original knee in there. So yeah, I found that I was doing one step at a time again, and now I am able to go step after foot, down the steps and up the steps. You know, going down the steps is always harder for me than going up the steps. I don't know how it is for you guys, but it's always been the case. So now you might be wondering if I'm still using the cane. Now this last week, even though I've had issues with my knees, I tried to do it without the cane, and I'll tell you, it's a lot slower, a lot less steady without the cane. So yeah, I need to get rid of that cane. I know that I've said I was going to get rid of it, but I never really did. I just move so much faster up and down stairs with the cane, and that's really the only time I really use the cane. I don't use it for anything else. All right, it's just to give me two things to hold on to. I have a hand railing to hold on to, and I have a cane. So on both sides, I can kind of like move myself up and down really quick. So I continue to do that. I know I should get rid of it, but here we are. We're still doing it. What about the rest of the stuff? Well, the knee in general, the operated knee in general is doing okay. I would say that I think the strain that I had last time was just from excessively putting more weight on the leg that I probably shouldn't have done, and I think it was from swinging that sickle and cutting down hostas. I don't think it had anything to do with the rest of the lawn work. I was using a snowblower. I was using a leaf blower. Yeah, that's a foreshadowing what's to come, okay? I was using a leaf blower, and of course, you're not really doing a lot of leg work with that. You're just kind of swinging back and forth. Although, it did, like I mentioned before, it did make my thumb kind of get stuck like this. I literally got stuck like this. I couldn't move my thumb out. I actually had to pop it out. And it happened on both hands. So it wasn't a one-hand thing. It was on both sides. Now, I've been told that maybe it was from lack of hydration, that maybe you should be drinking more water. I drink a lot of water. Let me show you real quickly here. This is what I do, and I'll go through a water like this for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 of them in a day, something like that. Maybe more, even. So I don't know if it's hydration. Maybe that day I didn't hydrate enough. I don't know. But it was an issue. I do have a trigger finger. I mentioned that before in the past. It's my right hand. It's the third finger, and if you take a look, I don't know if you can see it, but it's not as straight as others. And I was putting on some type of splint thing to try to keep it straighter, but I found that just leaving it alone was actually easier to deal with. So I don't do that anymore. So it tends to stay less straight, but I am able to bend it at least and do things. So anyways, that's where I'm standing at this point with my body issues. I am getting ready too pretty soon for the diet. Now I know that I mentioned that I was going to go on a diet, and I'm going to do that after Thanksgiving because I know that it's impossible to do it before Thanksgiving. So yeah, I'm trying my best to figure out the plan of attack, and I'll tell you guys that on another video how I plan to do it. So I thought it would be interesting that, if I am able to actually lose the weight while we're doing it here on YouTube, we can kind of document how I'm doing that way. So I'm never going to tell you how my actual weight is, but I'll tell you the total weight losses as we go through it, okay? And I know that if you can get through the first 2 weeks, you're pretty good, okay? First 2 weeks is the hardest time. That's when you're raiding the refrigerator and trying to find something to eat. But once you get past the 2 weeks time, you're usually okay. So just the thought of having to do that. Anyways, that's about all I wanted to tell you today, is that I'm doing better with the knee. Things are getting back to normal, but yeah, still got to be careful with it. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys next time.